Okay guys, so I'm here to review the San Diego Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. Now the overview of this game was the Broncos had this in control until the fourth quarter. They were running the ball, they were throwing the ball towards the sideline, they were picking the San Diego Chargers apart for 3 quarters. Meanwhile, the San Diego Chargers for 3 quarters had a non-existent offense. They couldn't pass. They decided to run it for 3 quarters until the fourth quarter. They just let it rip, and Phillip Rivers was only targeting Keenan Allen, which was successful for 17 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. So they decided to let it rip in the fourth quarter, but it was too late. Now I'm going to give you guys half by half analysis of this game. Okay guys, so I'm here to review the first half of the San Diego Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. Now this half was controlled completely by the Denver Broncos. They're up 14-0 at the end of the first half. The Denver Broncos both passed the ball great and ran it effectively. They was going stuff towards the outside and occasionally towards the middle, and on first and second down, they would typically win it and gain they would gain 4.5 yards a carry. Their leading rusher is Monty Ball, 7 carries for 39 yards. Again, like I said, they would gain big chunks on first and second down, and they will be short goals by Peyton Manning. Now Peyton Manning is sharp, but he's not as sharp as we typically see him. He's 11 of 16. He has 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. It would have been 2 picks if a Charger player hadn't dropped it. But he's going it mostly towards the outside and being effective. But the running game controlled most of the first half. They would pound it up the middle and occasionally gain 7 to 9 yards a carry. Now for San Diego, they had a few runs. Their longest run was by Ryan Matthews, 16 yards, and he's the leading rusher with 5 carries and 26 yards, but the passing game hasn't been there whatsoever. Their longest pass has been to Danny Woodhead, 7 yards. It's like Phillip Rivers didn't have time to throw. He's always under pressure, so they have no passing game at this moment. If I'm the San Diego Chargers, right now I just let it rip. Even if Philip Rivers goes picks, it's the last half of the season, potentially. It would have been 21-0 at halftime if Peyton Manning hadn't thrown a pick. So this is my opportunity to let it rip and see what happens. Now before I finish this, the Denver has 17 carries for 77 yards, and Peyton Manning is 11 for 16 for 100 yards. Meanwhile, Philip Rivers is 5 of 8 for 20 yards. Again, if I'm the San Diego Chargers, I just let it rip. This is the last half. We got saved near the end, and let's see what happens. Well, that's it for right now, guys. Peace. Okay, guys, so I'm here to review the second half of the San Diego Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. Now in this second half, the Chargers woke up, mainly only in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, they just kept sticking to the game plan, running the ball on first and second down for the most part, not going any deep stuff over the top. They just ran the ball, but in the fourth quarter, they just let it rip. Philip Rivers was only looking for Keenan Allen, and as a result, Keenan Allen got most of his 6 receptions for 142 yards in the fourth quarter. If they were done this a little bit earlier, they might have won, but they chose to stick to the running game, and the running game wasn't successful. They ran it 18 times for 65 yards, an average of 3.6 per carry. Now, like I said, in the first half, Philip Rivers only had 20 yards of passing, and he ended up with 217 yards passing. Now, most of those came in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, the offense was ineffective. They were just lighting it up in the fourth quarter. I believe they had, if I'm correct, 17 unanswered points. And if they were done it a little bit earlier, maybe it would have been a different result. Now, for the Denver Broncos, they just did more of the same. They kept running the ball between the tackles, and they were successful. They averaged 3.9 yards a carry. They ran it 34 times for 133 yards. They just kept doing more of the same, and I credit them for that. Because in the past, Peyton Manning and Indianapolis were kept throwing the ball. Now that he has running back, he's running the ball. Like in the first half, Peyton Manning was mostly throwing to the boundaries and picking the Chargers apart. Peyton Manning ended up with 230 yards passing on 25 completions. He had 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. The story of the game was that the Chargers woke up in the fourth quarter, but it was too late. Nice win for the Denver Broncos. I was wrong. I went 2-1 this weekend, and last weekend I went 1-2. So that puts my playoff record at 3-3. So that's it for right now, guys. Peace.